So hello everyone, in this video I'll be telling you how you can work with Postman. What is actually Postman? It is an API testing software. So in this you can test your backend APIs which you generally provide for your frontend. So you can make post and all the CRUD operations and the requests which are used for those CRUD operations like post, get, put. These operations you can make, these requests you can make to your backend APIs. Generally, we do this for testing the API whether the backend API is working properly or not. So you can do everything with this, and also more things you can do with that. So let's install it. So first of all, you have to go to this page, which is Postman and then slash downloads. You can go to this website and download this software according to your machine. You can also use their web enabled version in which you don't have to download anything. You can like test on the browser also. So let's install it. So actually I have already installed it. Sorry, I have already downloaded it. Let's install it. So you just have to double click on the exe file which you have downloaded. So I have already created an account previously, so it will be upgraded, I think. Otherwise it will ask me to create an account. So you can also create an account by giving your Gmail address and other things if you want. So let's see what interface does it give to me. So it's taking time. So you can see that it gave me this interface, which I think is upgraded. Like I have already installed and created an account previously, so it is giving me this interface in which I can create my workspace and other things. So you can see that in workspace I have already created my workspace. So this one is my workspace. I can also create one more workspace like by clicking on this create workspace. You have to do all the things in the workspace only. Here you can do many things. Let me go to the home again. My home, my workspace. So this side options which you see here are the different options which we can work with. First, we'll be working with the API testing. So let's do that in here. For the backend, I'll be using the JSON paste placeholder website, which is here, this one. In here, you can get fake APIs, so you can work with that and like we can mimic the actual backend which works. So it can be your actual backend as well as this fake uh, testing API. So in here you can see that we can perform all the operations. We have the get routes, post, put, patch and delete routes. So we can work with them also. You can also go to the guide by clicking on here or from the navigation. In this place you will get all the information that how you can make requests to all the other like APIs. So you can work with that. So let's work with this get request or get API. Let's make the get request from Postman. So we can do that by going into our workspace. So I have already created this collection. So in this you can create one collection if you want. So like you, if you want to work with one website, for example Google, so you can create like all the testing for Google only. So by clicking on this new, you can create one collection in which you can collect make all the requests there only. So it will be separated from other websites if you want. So you can create anything which you want, like I can make this one or anything. So let's work with the previous one which I have already created. So new request. So in here you can see that this is the basic interface. We'll be understanding this. So this is the type of method which you are like making request to. So it can be any of this. It can be post, put, patch, delete, or anything. We are making a get request, so we can stick with this get. And in here we can provide our API endpoint. So I can copy the endpoint from here, which is this one. I can paste the endpoint, and these are the different like options we can set to this request. For example, we can set headers, we can set body and other things, but in the get request we don't require any of that, so we'll not be doing this. So let's make the request. This is the previous thing which I was working on, so you can ignore that. If I click on send, so you can see that it gave me one response, which is user ID 1, ID, title, body. So this is the thing which you will get or from the backend server, whichever it is returning back. So that you can get. You can see here it is the status code and the time it took to get this request and the size of the data which is received. Also we can get the cookies if it is set there, or we can get the headers information. Also in the body we can see this data without any like pretty effect. So right now it is in JSON format, but in the JSON format it is not looking like it is looking very cool. Sometimes if we click on raw, so it will give without any highlighting, it will give the JSON data to us. If you click on preview, so you can see that it is the like very basic preview here without any styling. And if we click on visualize, so it is something else we'll talk about later. Click on pretty, and you can also get this data in XML format. So this data is not in XML, so that's why it is not highlighting that. You can get it into an HTML format. It is not an HTML format, that's why it is not formatting that. Basically it is a JSON format, so that's why we are only getting the JSON format. So if the server is returning you the XML format, so you can change this option to XML, and if it is returning in HTML, so you can do that way. So I can click on this JSON, so that is the format of the data received, so that's why it is looking cool now. So this is get request we are making. Similarly we can make a post request. So you can see that we can also get all the posts if I make a like get request to this endpoint. Basically in get request we don't pass any parameters, so I cannot show you what I wanted to show you. So I can, yeah, this one I can make request to. This is a post request, and you can see that this is using a fetch API, which is a JavaScript API calling method. So in here I can make use of this API endpoint, and I can go into here. I can paste this, and I can change the method to post, and you can see that in the body it is like sending the data like this, so I can send the data like this in the body. So I can send like this, but you can see that it is showing me the error. So I can double quote it. So to make it a better JSON format, now you can see that the errors are gone. Yeah, it's fine. So this is like the data we will send in the body. So the server will extract this data in the backend, and we can also send headers in here. You can see that it is also sending some header, which is content type and this application JSON. I can also send this if I want. So into headers I can create a key basically, so I can create in here. This is not required actually. So the key name was content type, so we can set this. So I can set here, and I can set the value of it, which is this one, application JSON and the char set. So this is it. Let's send this post request and see what response we get. So you can see that it is giving us the response, the data we sent. So it is giving us with the ID, which means it is successfully created at the backend. So this is how you can make the post request. Similarly, you can explore all the other requests like updating. Everything will be similar. You just need to pass the body and the content type, just like the in post we created, but the endpoint will be different and the method will be different. So you can like mimic these, or like mimic all these APIs if you want. You can also make delete request by choosing the delete method. All these things you can explore. I'll not be telling you all these requests. If you want, so you can comment down and I'll be making the part 2 of this video, in which I will be telling you the detailed API testing, in which we can make requests to all the different methods. So all these are basically same, but some of the things are different, so you can explore that. And the basic things in like Postman I have already explained you. So if you have any doubt or any problem or issue, so you can comment down and we'll definitely solve that out. So thank you for watching this video. Let's meet in the another one.